Alright, so this is probably one of the most simplest mods you could do to your Glock. I just got this Glock 43. Really nice gun. Like shooting it. It's my new carry. Instead of an LCP, decided to get something with a little more punch. And everybody always asks me how to do the white lettering. And you look on YouTube and all you see are a bunch of people that melt crayons down. I actually thought white nail polish would hold up better, and I actually saved you the little G right here to try to show you. You can barely see it in the video, but you'll see it once we put paint on it. And then I'm going to redo the serial number here because it kind of got a little messed up. Now the Glocks look really nice with this because they have really deep grooves where they're etching on the side. My LCP has like laser etched. There's not really a big indent and it doesn't show up as well. So if your gun has really deep carvings into it, it'll turn out pretty nicely. So super easy. What we're going to do before we even get started, obviously not mess around with a loaded gun. It's empty, trigger's pulled. We'll go ahead and break this down. All you do is you pull back on the slide, pull those little tabs down, comes right off, set that to the side. Spring and barrel are going to come out. Set those to the side, you don't need them. This makes it a lot easier to work with. Again, this side's already done. We're going to do the serial number and a little Glock logo. All you're going to need is some nail polish right here. It's just white. I think it's acrylic. Let me double check. It actually doesn't say on the bottle. I think it's acrylic. I know there's lacquer or acrylic, I think. So I just got this. Really, it was the cheapest one at Walgreens where I went to. It was about $3.50, and then I just bought this this nail polish remover. And the big thing with the nail polish remover is you get non-acetone. Make sure you don't get the ones with acetone. It might mess up your plastic parts. And then you're just going to need a paper towel. First thing you're going to do is fold the paper towel up in the corner. Try to keep it in focus, sorry. Take the cap off your nail polish remover, and you're just going to kind of clean up the oil off the gun, because we all should have a little bit of oil on your gun. You don't know if it's gotten in those grooves. Just give it a little bit of wipe down, let that dry. Nice thing about doing this, unlike the wax, which can be a pain in the bum to get off, once you put it on, see if I can get you guys a little bit closer. There, now you can see that Glock logo right there. Once you put the wax on, it can be kind of hard to get it off. With this, if you mess it up, if you don't like how it turned out, you can always get nail polish remover and wipe it off, and it comes right off. I've actually already did the Glock logo, and I just wiped it off so I could show you guys how to do it. So you're just going to take your nail polish, give it a little shake. Some people say you have to spin it because shaking it does bubbles. Don't know, I don't do nails. I'm just going to give it a shake, and then take the cap off. Try to get a little bit, wipe off the extra. You don't need a whole bunch. Wipe off the extra, and you're just simply going to paint right over the top of it. Don't need a bunch, that is a lot. Probably went overkill. We'll go over that again just to make sure it gets in those cracks real good. That's what you're looking for, is to make sure it goes in those grooves really nicely. I put way too much on that. See if I can smear it off. It'll come easier. It's easier to get off the flat areas. So I'm just kind of pulling the paint off the logo where I'm going to try to get it off. And that's pretty much it. You're just going to let that dry for, I don't know, about a minute. So I'm going to cut the camera and we'll come back when it's dry. Alright, it's been about a minute, maybe 45 seconds. It doesn't have to be completely dry. What you do is you're going to take your finger and kind of wrap the paper towel around your finger so it's up tight. against your finger. What you're trying to do is not let the paper towel get into the grooves of the engraving, and you're just going to quickly rub back and forth on it. Sometimes you might have to move the paper towel because it gets loaded up with paint. Just kind of go back and forth on it. Then once it gets down to about like that, let me zoom in for you guys. Get it back in focus. There you go. Once it gets down like that, then you're really just going to kind of focus on the pieces that are outside. Now I'm not even touching that 8 there. And then I got a little bit over here and a little bit over here. So I'm just going to quickly kind of rub at it, and once you get it, stop. Once you can't see anymore, just stop. Just like that. I got a little bit above the B there, it looks like. There you go. So that's that. Simple as that. We'll do the G real quick. The G isn't deep as the other engraving, so it kind of is difficult. Make sure I'm not coming out of frame there. And I did put it on super thick. We're gonna have to switch to a different part of the paper towel. Put some more on there. We'll try to hit this again. There we go. Oh, might have took us a little too much off for the G. Anyways, you get the idea. That's how you do it. Then run your dry paper towel over it. Now you might notice as this dries, this does take off the oils from your slide. So, I hope that doesn't mess up my table. My wife is gonna kill me. It does take off the oils from the slide, so just hit it with just rub some oils on the outside of it. It might look a little milky or discolored at first. Once you put oil right back on it, it'll go right back to normal. So that's pretty much how you do the lettering on your slides, just like that. Now that G doesn't look perfect for the Glock, like the tail right about here looks a little thin, so I might try to hit it again. Some other things you might want to think about is if you do other than white. I've done red and blue, and I've even done pink on my wife's gun. If you're going to do something other than white, like red, blue, or pink, do a white base first and then do the color, but let the white really dry in there. Maybe let it sit for about 5 minutes and then add your color on top, and it'll make that color pop. I know when I did my wife's pink onto a black gun, it took about 6 layers of pink to get the pink to actually show up strong. Otherwise the pink looks a little dirty and dark. So pretty much that's it. Throw your slide back in there. Throw that back in there. Slide it back together. If I can get it looking at the camera, it's a little difficult. There you go. There you go. And that's pretty much, whoa, sorry guys. And that is pretty much how you do that right there. Now you can even get a little more creative. I've done this. I've also done the bottom of the grip. You can also do the back of your mags. Works really well. Bottom of the grip. Works out really well. So that's pretty much how you color in the lettering on any Glock or anything. Thanks for watching.